I'm about to change the title as well as the category. But thank you for looking at those things. I didn't do any practice. I was going to do some practice on Fatalis. I didn't do it. Oh, well. We'll just do it live, I guess. Controller, hello? Now it's going to seem like I'm ducking because, for some reason, my controller is not being detected. Hold on. I'll restart the game, I guess. I will not be playing... Of all the weapons, Insect Glaive is like the last one. Maybe I'll just exit Steam. That's what we'll do. We'll do that first. We'll restart Steam. See if it's... Well, Windows detects it, so... Oh, wow. Steam is telling me that, what, V Rising is on sale for $16? Once that thing gets controller support, I'll play it, man. It should get it. I mean, if it's getting it on PlayStation, I mean... I don't want to play it with a mouse and keyboard. Don't play it solo. I mean, I guess I could always rent a server if I needed to, right? We're good. I mean, we've got pretty much everything we need. We're very close to finishing our defense augment. Yeah, we should be doing Fatalis today. That's the plan. I forget exactly what I was grinding out. I think it was augments. But we're pretty close to have everything we need. Right now, I'm just waiting for Rathian to show up. I guess we could kill that Kulu. So you're pinning on a quest, wall banging and returning? I would never do that. If I had to get like a break, I would do that. But like I wouldn't just like wall bang, grab a shiny, and then leave. That's a little silly. Although I have kind of done that to Radabon and Basil. But like I wouldn't like farm up like a full armor set that way. You know, like if I need like a Basil Talon, I'll wallbang him. If I need like the bone from Radabon, like I'll wallbang him. But I'm not gonna like Plunder Blade up full Fatalis and then fight Fatalis. Oh, well, your eyes are going to glaze over watching me cycle until we get a Rathian. What's the Kill Fatalis set looking like for skills? Right now, you're watching me on an Elatrion kill set. How many attempts on this so far? We are on run number 6. We have succeeded twice and we have failed 3 times. We could probably farm a Latreon for the Glaive. Like, real talk. We could probably farm him. You could easily get the topple with any bug. As long as you've got Spirit and Strength boost. How do Dual Blades run turn out? You'll have to watch the VODs to find out. Or check the cart command. There we go. Okay. I like that voice. We're gonna destroy this Rathian with our dragon bug. You cried a little in the shower? You don't have to cry. Am I done with hardcore after? Are you bored, streamer? I'm riding this content until it's dried up. Until you look like jerky that has somehow gone through another round in the dehumidifier. Until all of your viewer juice has been extracted out of your body, I'm going to be I'm going to just squeeze every last drop of liquid out of your body. And then I'll find something else to do. But until then, I'm doing the squeeze and the suck. As long as I can. I mean, we're definitely playing Dragon's Dogma 2 on launch. You know, could there be another game I'll play a little bit before launch? Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't think Grand Blue Fantasy Relink is it. I will be playing it off stream, but I don't think it's got the chops to make it on the prime time. I'm not streaming Final Fantasy. You know, watch Caleb for that, man. Play Suicide Squad. I was watching some comparison clips of the 2015 game versus the game that just came out, and like, it is sad isn't even the right word for it. Tragic? It's like they could use the story of Rocksteady when they're in philosophy class and they're trying to like explain the ship of Theseus to get the students to the answer that like, there's no way in hell that's the ship of Theseus. Like, whatever Rocksteady is now is not what they were. You know what I mean? Like, that is not the same studio. I don't know what it is, but that ain't it. If anything, the people that are there now almost like resent the Rocksteady that was there 9 years ago. There's like a chip on their shoulder. They're like, we hate you. We're gonna make a game. We're gonna do everything in our power to like outright disrespect you. I'm not gonna give you spoilers, but they do some pretty fucked stuff up in that game. It's insane. Oops! No, don't do it. Whoa. Now the game looked interesting because I'm like, oh, you can play as Harley Quinn, and then I realized you can just do that in the older game. Oh, whatever, Arkham City. She's playable. She's got her own combos and everything. Like, literally one DLC mission, it looks like they put more time in creating combos and good voice lines for her than they did for the entirety of a game where, like, you're supposed to play as her. Where the majority of players are probably going to play as her. I mean, I don't think that there's a lot of people picking up the Suicide Squad game to play as Captain Boomerang other than, like, me. Flaming Anarchy, thank you for the raid. Shark, Harley Quinn, Boomerang Man. I don't even know who the other guy is. Deadshot? The issue is like, side by side, they just like nerfed her ass, like really badly. I don't know why they had to nerf her ass so much. Stellar Blade looks nice, but it feels too much like Nier. Dude, bro, why does everybody keep saying it's like Nier? I'm losing my mind. It's not Nier. It's definitely inspired by Nier, but I promise you, there's no way the combat could be worse than Nier. I liked Nier. I liked Nier Automata. Don't get me wrong. I really enjoyed the story. But it is like pretty much the worst gameplay I've ever played in any modern video game. Like, I don't get it. Like, I was like, oh, I love that Nier combat. Oh, you love infinite iframes by just mashing one button? And like combos that just like don't really do anything? Story was great. I actually really enjoyed everything story related. Not the side quests. Those were all ass. And I did all of them. And at the end of it, I was like, wow, that was a waste of time. That was terrible. that was a complete waste of time. Oh, and I died eating a fish. Sorry for spoilers. Trying to play hard mode and dying in the tutorial and having to repeat 30 minutes. That was actually kind of funny, though. Eating the fish, though, and not having a save backup, that was not fun. The hacking was fun for, like, an hour, and then I'm like, can I please? Can we please just stop hacking now? I try slashing. Very funny. Is there another shiny? Nikkei dev game? I think it looks okay. I mean, there is a filter or something over it that for some reason reminds me of like games that are made with like free assets and Unity games, but the blood at least looks good. The blood in that game looks better than the blood in Silent Hill 2 Remake. Like, Bloober Team is really, like, this whole Silent Hill renaissance is, like, showing the absolute state of Konami. It's really, like, sad and upsetting. And I'm stupid. Like, I shouldn't be this way. I was kind of rooting for Konami. I'm like, maybe you guys could make something okay. I'm all for forgiveness. You know, I've loved a lot of Konami titles over the years. Why are you saying Silent Hill 2 looks like Resident Evil 4? Why are you trying to insult Resident Evil 4 like that? Resident Evil 4 looks way better than Silent Hill 2. You're out of your mind. Why do I pronounce Konami like I'm from Boston? Well, I'm from New England. I lived in Boston for a year. I don't know. What do you want from me? Did Kobe Cat make a video where they're like saying Silent Hill 2 looks like Resident Evil 4? The RE4 remake looks amazing. It had way too much action? The trailer where the guy is like aimlessly swinging a plank of wood, which I mean was an original weapon in the game, with almost no animation and like literally stock Unity blood effects. I mean, I'm with you, Turnip. Like, combat is not the main thing of Silent Hill, and it never has been. But Like, you're just gonna bring back shitty combat? I don't know, man. You can at least make the animations look good. You can at least make the blood effects look good. I mean, honestly, like, that is the best way to play Silent Hill, is just, like, run away from everything. Oh, that's kind of neat. So now we need a Diablos. I need 2 more Wasteland Crystals. No, I think they're making a game and a movie, Mornifo. No, I mean, it's like, you know, James and Heather and Harry. I mean, they're not, like, action heroes, you know? They're just, like, people. So, yeah, I agree. They shouldn't be good at it. But I think they could still make the animations look better. And they should definitely make the blood look better. Joker's Playground, hello. I'm a real blood connoisseur, man. I sit back in my throne with a chalice filled with blood and I sip on it every night. I'm not going to play the free Silent Hill game. It would involve hooking up my PlayStation and then downloading it and then playing it and then getting mad. Everything I saw from the trailer looked like it was just like insulting Zoomers and millennials. It's like we made a person who got cyberbullied commit suicide, and now she's trapped in hell with her cell phone, getting chased around by a spooky monster. Cool. How original. Thank you for really being in touch with this generation. People only cared about Silent Hill again because of PT. PT was like a side project done by Kojima because they were screwing him on Metal Gear. It was amazing. And like it completely re-energized horror games. And almost nobody has been able to get close to it since. It's crazy. How do you feel about recent monster games making poop a worthless resource? Dude, poop is very valuable. I use it all the time in this run. In fact, I have been at my most scared when I have not had my poop. I don't know. I mean, look, if somebody said to me they didn't like Death Stranding because there wasn't enough combat or enough spy gameplay, and they expected more combat or spy gameplay from their Kojima game, I would say that's a fair break. I mean, Kojima did go over time and over budget on Metal Gear Solid 5, but it was a massively critically acclaimed game with an amazing engine. I saw you took away that comment. You know, should he have had better relations with the executives? Yes, probably. Should they have had better expectations with him? Yes, probably. I think there was a lot of fault on both sides for how Metal Gear Solid 5 went. But them losing Kojima from many perspectives is one of the biggest mistakes of modern Konami in terms of their relations with what you would call like core, not even core gamers. I mean, there's a lot of people out there like normie gamers that just buy FIFA that like Metal Gear Solid. They thought the future was all mobile games and that they could get away with releasing pachinko machines and mobile games forever, and that they could trash their console and PC game division. And they misread the market. I mean, that being said, mobile games, from a profitability perspective, I think still do dust console games. So maybe they weren't all wrong, as gross as that is to say. But that was a great engine. I mean, Metal Gear Solid 5, I mean, I don't know that there's anything that's been released that is still as good as it at a lot of things. Diablos is 3-star now. It feels like there's a number of Japanese game executives that are like really paranoid now that they're going to miss the next wave, and they're always willing to jump on the next major tech bro thing. It's like first mobile games, and then it was like blockchain NFT, and now it's like AI. Like, that's the pattern. It's basically, that's it, Elitist. It's like gambling, except you get free gambles every day, and you can't take the money out. Wow. Wait, so like you can modern day 2024 be a Japanese company, invest in NFTs and get a tax break? What a mistake. You think that's... Is that Diablos? What the hell is that? I don't think it's Black Diablos. It's not Basil. I mean, a lot of the free-to-play gacha games are genuinely fun games to play, especially if you spend $0. It's just like, you know, going to a party with really great food and you know, everyone's really fun to hang around with and people are doing fun stuff, and it just so happens that on the table there's like a bucket of bath salts. And at any moment, you might, like, stuff your face in them and lose your life and all of your money. That's the equivalent of gacha games. I mean, I had a lot of fun playing, is that Black Diablos? Huh. I don't think Black Diablos drops the horns we need. I didn't think it showed up here. Not yet. What? It's not on the list. Huh? Huh. Well, I'm going to try and wallbang it, and then I'll see if it gives me the shiny I need, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't. You're right, it's probably because I haven't seen one. Yeah, no, that's not gonna work. Cookie, I don't think there's necessarily, from a discretionary income standpoint, if you're spending money to just acquire a character you want, probably not that bad. It's the people that are trying to like max out the constellations on there the characters on every banner. That's when it gets real evil. For gacha games. One of these days, I want to do that 1 hour watch along with you guys on that guy that maxed out 10 gacha games. That's an amazing watch. It's very illuminating. He spent about well, I didn't have a rolling tally, and he didn't even have an exact number on everything. The most money he spent on was on Fate, which was like $50,000. But by my rough estimate, it was like between $100,000 to $150,000. And that's for 10 games. That's like, to max out a game like that, to max out that many games, and only be at about 10 to 15,000 for each one, I know that's insane. It is insane. But compared to what you hear some people spend on one game, like there's definitely Genshin content creators that have somehow spent $150,000. Business expense blaming a YouTube video. I don't know if he made enough content while he was doing that stuff, because he just recently started trying to become a full-time content creator. And that's only because he got laid off by his other job that was paying him a lot. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to get normal Diablos to show up, which is, by the way, a 3-star monster. Pain in the ass. Clavinus. How many stars would I be? If I was a monster, I'd be 1 star. I'd be rare. I would always be 1 star. And I'd only be available at like a weird number. Like 1 star only at level 3. And you couldn't use guiding things, so you just have to leave it left at level 3. So you couldn't even get tempered things. And I'd just show up. And I'd run away. So you'd have to like get me in a bunch of traps, otherwise I would scamper away. I'd be like rare endemic life. Got it. Wee. You don't want to screw up the net. I never found Genshin addicting. I mean, for me, it's like any gacha game. It's like I sit down and it's like, all right, what's my homework gonna be? What do I gotta do to play the game in the long term, really? Because there's gonna be it's gonna have some daily tasks. I'm gonna have to turn it on, and it's gonna have some bullshit it's gonna want me to do. I'm just done with that. Usually the game itself is fine. I just don't like want to deal with all the other stuff. I don't want to sound like a diva, right? Like, I don't want to sound like Slay or anything. It's just like, my time is worth more. But, like, it's a video game, like, that I'm playing for fun, usually. Like, I'm not going to spend money on it. I heard there's an official translation coming out, eating potatoes, yeah. You know, there's also, like, what's the quality of the combat? Combat's okay in Genshin. It's not amazing, though. Wait, is it not going to have the sex stuff? Why are they releasing it if it's not going to have the sex stuff? Is it censored? Yeah, the gacha video's on YouTube. I promise you can find it if you just look for Max Gacha Games. They're shiny, no. Probably want to cut the tail. Dailies take 15 minutes. Dailies could take, if the daily is any more than like log in and push a button, I don't want to do it. Have I played any of the Souls games? I've played all of the Souls games. I guess I never played the original Kingsfield that was released in Japan on the PlayStation 1. But I played Kingsfield 1 and 2 that were released in the US that are technically Kingsfield 2 and 3. Does that count? Am I OG enough for you? Guys probably out here like, the series started off great at Dark Souls 3. Did I play Kingsfield before Demon Souls? Brother, I was playing Kingsfield on the PlayStation, man. Got my ass handed to me by like, is it like a slug? Is there a slug in that game? I remember getting my ass kicked by skeletons and slugs. Maybe slimes. Kingsfield 2 is a big ant? Good to use the bow on the big ant, because if it bites you, it like kills you like real fast. There are two Shadow Tower games. I've only played the second one. I never played the original Shadow Tower. So you can take away some cred from that. The whole reason I bought a PlayStation 3 was for Demon Souls and Ad Hoc Party. And it was very much a PlayStation 5 situation where, like, where are the games? Why is everything brown? Just ugly shades of brown and green. At least games look good now. You miss Kingdom Hearts? I wanna, how is it? Like, how did we get things mixed up? Like, I understand there's a demand for games to look at a certain visual quality. No, why did it feels like a game takes like 6 years to make now? Did I like Uncharted? Not really. I owned it. It was all right. I had the first one. It was okay. I never beat it. I was just like, I felt like I was killing people for no reason. Like, I know there were people shooting at me. But, like, why? Maybe I missed that part. No, real talk, Albino, was just like, Nathan Drake just shooting people with a shotgun felt like no reason. I know we're all fighting for the same treasure. Is that worth murder? Dude, eating potatoes. We're talking about it yesterday. They said if they wanted to remake Final Fantasy VI, it would take them 20 years. Like, what are you doing? Like, there's something wrong in game development that you think you need 20 years to make a video game. A human can be made in 20 years. You can make a human. And they could be in college. They could own a home. And like the best-selling games right now, if you go on Steam, are like Pal World and like Lethal Company. Which, I mean, Lethal Company has a nice aesthetic and like Pal World looks kind of okay. But those games were made by like 10 people in like a couple years. You may not like Lethal Company. I've never played it, but you can't deny the fact that it's doing really well. Lethal Company is one guy. That's one guy? The game industry got one guide? The game industry got one guide by a 19-year-old? And he's a furry Roblox dev? This is the coolest person that has ever lived. Oh, I mean, there's no doubt he's a multi-millionaire. He'll never have to work again. Toby Fox is one guy. True. Toby Fox has made so much money. He's been working on a game for like 5 or 6 years, and he just keeps releasing it for free. He's like, all right, I promise you, the next one, I'm definitely gonna charge you. And then he releases like, a psych, I'm not charging you. But the next one, I'm definitely gonna charge you. He's not gonna watch it. He's gonna release all of Deltarune, and it's all gonna be free. I have so much respect. I have so much more respect for Lethal Company now. I thought it would have been at least a small team. Vampire Survivors, I thought, was 2 guys. Grinding a fast-moving Kinsect. Just go for the Maldrome. The Maldrome line. Poison Blunt. It's fast enough. Very good mix of power and speed. And it'll get you KOs. Maldrome is the blunt one. I think it's just the top line. Gleam Beetle? Maldrome that becomes Gleam Beetle? Should I capture him? I'm just gonna capture him. It's like a little bit of both. It's like indie games are in a great spot, and like AAA game dev is just like in crisis. The Pseudocanth? I just think being able to like KO things puts the Maldrome over. On like anything other than Fatalis, like you're gonna be happier having a Maldrome. And even then, like, Fatalis takes way better poison damage than he takes blast damage. So even there, like, you're probably better off just running poison. Team Ninja's AAA? AAA, AA, maybe something like that. But you know, the difference there is, like, their games look good, but they're not, like, too good. How many hours are we at? 23 hours when we started. Call of Duty just let go of over 1,000 people? You said COD let go of 1,200 people? How do I stay in powered sword mode longer in Switch X? You can use Power Pro longer. That feels, that's like to me like my PP doesn't work. How do I stay hard for longer? Have you tried gooning? Black Diablos might actually get us the bone I need. What is gooning? It's like edging, but you make it a lifestyle. So Microsoft acquired Activision Blizzard and then just like laid off that many people. That's insane, man. That's so sad. I feel so bad for everyone there. Like, I know there were some really bad people in that company that probably had to get let go, but yeah, I don't really trust Microsoft as a publisher. Like, if I have Game Pass, like, you'll randomly get good stuff, but I don't really trust them. But apparently they're still profitable, man. I mean, they're pushing up against most valuable company in the world again because of all their cloud services stuff. That's what unlucky, man. Capcom hasn't laid anyone off. I'm still optimistic about Capcom. That's what I've been saying this whole time. Every other company is crapping its pants. Capcom, though, they're gonna keep churning out bangers. It's not just that Capcom is cooking, although they are cooking. It's that I believe every other company is going to be dead. I really believe that. I really believe it. Capcom fires people, would that say towards Wilds? I just don't see it happening. I mean, if anything, they should be hiring people. With all these people losing their jobs, this is an excellent opportunity to get really good talent. You know, they've got the playbook. I mean, they've had the biggest stumble that they've had. We could die here. He's hitting really hard. The biggest stumble they had recently was Exoprimal. And even then, like, the game itself wasn't terrible. It was the strategy around it. Am I using the same weapon for Fatalis? I don't see any reason to switch off of Frostbane. You know, the problem is they blinked Albino. Like, they had a letter to the investors a couple years ago that said that they wanted to invest in esports related games. And I think Exoprimal was developed concurrently in a way with Street Fighter 6. And obviously Street Fighter 6 turned out really, really well. But I think they wanted to have Exoprimal as kind of like an experimental title that maybe would have turned into something. And then they lost faith. And then they lost even more faith before it came out. And they're like, well, maybe we could make it just a PvE game. Because players were complaining, and rather than following their original vision, they actually like listened to people, which is like that's their mistake, man. Like, don't listen to gamers. Like, they have no idea what they're talking about. They appealed to the baby gamers, and then they ended up making changes that made the game mid. Should have leaned into the PvP stuff. Why not just bomb and heavy artillery Fatalis? Well, we will be hitting him with heavy artillery. I don't know that I want to cheap out too much by just bombing him. I mean, it's a perfect game. Like, that game is amazing for children. You've got dinosaurs and robots. Kids love that stuff. Adults love it too? I mean, there's enough adults that love it too. That's fair. But the kids love anyways? I know they like dinosaurs. Love dragons? If my nephew is anything to go by, they like trucks. That's definitely a thing that they like. They like shooting things. They don't need blood as much as your sicko streamer, but they do like shooting guns. Like explosions? They love explosions. I'm looking for stun resistance. I want to fight Kieran, and I want to have full stun resistance before we do that. And I'm looking for the skill, and I can't find it. Whatever. It's right here. This hurts me, but we need it. Five Nights at Freddy's, they like seeing grown men scream and go, "Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!" But other than that, my only concern about Capcom, but maybe this is unreasonable, is it does seem like their output has slowed. I guess the difference is all of the games that they release constantly sell forever. So I guess they don't really need to have that much output, because even if they release 2 to 3 major titles a year, that's enough. Dorfo, you want to maybe chill, dude? What's going on, man? Squeezing the cuttlefish anus on their face like, oh, I got the juiciest one.
Un kirin sin cuerno. Me pregunto qué le habrá pasado.
And even then, like, I don't know, I'm going to sound like the biggest shill in the world. Like, this is actually going to get the FTC to investigate me, but honestly, Exoprimal was fine for a playthrough. It's just, It should have been, the multiplayer should have been free, and it should have been like $20 to do the story content. And that would have been fine. You know, Blizzard had released Overwatch 2. And they were like, oh, you'll get a PvE stuff. And people were creaming their shorts over it. It was $60 on release. And it was also on Game Pass. They released 3 maps. No, I saw they released 3 maps for Overwatch 2. They were like $10 each or something like that. I watched a whole video on it. But then again, Overwatch 2 was free to play. Saddest part about Overwatch 2, they made XQC open up all of his boxes. And he was really sad. I know he's a goblin, but I think you could still feel bad for him. He was holding on to those boxes for a later time. Well, I think they were worried that they were finally going to get shut down in the EU or something. Like, I think that was actually the problem. Is like loot boxes, like they saw the writing on the wall finally. There was only so long they were going to convince politicians that they were surprise mechanics or whatever the hell they were calling them. Remember that whole, was it Star Wars Battlefront game? That was like 100% pay to win with loot boxes? You had to spend all sorts of money just to play as Darth Vader? Any tips for a new player? In general, getting better at the game. You're better off focusing on not getting hit more so than you are on hitting the monster. The combos themselves are pretty easy to figure out. Best thing you can do in this game, and really in most action RPGs, is figure out where you need to stand and how much time you need to attack so that you don't get hit by the monster. If you do that, you will be one of the best players in the world. Don't use Defender or Guardian gear. Well, I mean, that'll ruin your experience. Oh, he said tips. So glad we've got stun resistance on. No! Mortis, please! Oh, you champ. I was gonna say, I went to Trader Joe's today. And I did buy a lot of food, but I felt really bad when I was doing it. Trader Joe's, apparently, like, on the list of U.S. companies that are actively anti-union. I don't know if I can keep shopping there. I gotta think about it. I'm a trader now, man. How do I call the Palico on command? I installed a mod that allows for voice commands, and whenever I say Mortis, please, he comes and helps me. Trader Joe parking lot is awful where I am? It's not as bad as Costco. Costco's worse. You're 13. What does union mean? A trade or a labor union is when you have a large company and the workers decide to bargain with the owners collectively. So that rather than you just being the only person that talks to your boss if there's an issue, everybody talks at the same time. And if the bosses are really bad, you can decide that you're not going to work until they improve the working conditions. Almost universally, unions are good. That is to say, there are definitely some bad labor unions out there, historically. Most of the unions that seem to do really well in my state are the ones that absolutely abuse it. Like the policemen's union or the state employees union. Highway union. Oh, I mean, who do you think makes the highways? The state employees! It all goes back! It's just annoying moving spots, die rock with insect glaive. As you can imagine, like, you gotta watch the little flippy emote. But even when it comes to police unions, I think I do respect, you know, workers should all universally have the right to organize. So it does bear the question though, if you're hired by the state. You know, the ethics and the complications that come behind being able to strike, you know, like say that, like, as a policeman, as a public servant, do you have the right to strike? It's an interesting question, you know? You could on demand create the purge. You know what I mean? Policemen allowed to strike in the U.S.? Well, they've got a union.
Buen trabajo. Volvamos a Celiana para seguir con la investigación.
I genuinely don't know. The air controllers tried to strike once, and Reagan fired them all and replaced them with scabs. But like I said, I would rather support corrupt and police unions. Sorry for the stutter. And if it meant everyone else had, you know, equal access to unions at their employment as well. New York has had several precincts go on strike. Well, there you go. You're a union? I'm proud of you. Congratulations. One thing that makes me sad is there is a grocery store nearby me that is technically a union place, and so I want to support it, but they don't hire enough employees there, so it's like usually like a complete mess. So I don't shop there, which is unfortunate, but that's just the way it is. All I know is my town's police department blows money on things they don't need. And I should probably do something about it, but that would involve less time being an internet clown.
Saludos.
I'm not a clown. I am a clown. I am an internet clown. I exist to entertain you. I mean, so like my state specifically Aurelius is like maybe one of the best states in the country to be a teacher. It also has a very strong union. But I find it insane when I hear about these states where like teachers are basically getting paid like almost the same or less than what actual daycare workers get paid. But in my state, like, you can be a teacher and, like, you know, afford a very high quality of living. My father-in-law was a teacher, and he's done extremely well for himself. You know, they're making, once they max out, like, they're over 6 figures in income. Which, I mean, I don't think that's crazy. I mean, if you've got a master's degree and plus 30... I mean, 6 figures is a lot of money, but nowadays it's like not that much money, I guess. Cop in your city with 2 years on the force is a higher base salary than the cap for a teacher with a PhD and 10 years of experience. Do I just need to jiggle my body fast and far enough to get through the very base level of cop training and become a cop and just like be on easy street for the rest of my life? It sounds like it. One town nearby, the chief of police's son was on the police force. Had somebody in a jail cell, kicked the guy for, I mean, no reason. The guy was handcuffed. The guy fell backwards, hit his head on like a concrete bench, and then had to sue the whole city and the police department and that guy that kicked him for like police brutality. Won the case. The guy that kicked him only spent like 6 months in jail. Do pre-college teachers need masters? You need a teaching certificate. Depends on the state. Most states require you to eventually get a master's of education. Is it true that G. Legiacris is a bad fight and is a Royal Ludroth on roids? Who told you that? Chimera Land is shutting down? I'm shocked. Who told you that? Jorge? Who told you he's a Royal Ludroth on roids? Was it Rage Gaming? Were you raging? A YouTuber? Who was it? I want their name. Look, he's 13 and he's getting fed false information. It's okay to be a little upset. You forgot the name. He said Legiacris fighting G. It was a stain on his legacy. You know what? That was somebody who got filtered. And rather than reflect inwardly and try to improve at the game, they instead tried to blame it on a monster design that they couldn't understand. Legiacris is controversial in GU. He's definitely different. He's like a wizard compared to what he was like in Tri and 3U. But I kind of like it. He's a hard fight, and I think that's good. I mean, Hyper Legiacris is scary. He's still pretty scary. But that doesn't make him a bad fight, and he is far from a Ludroth on roids. It's the same thing as the guy that was like, last night that like, they said, quote, Yan Garuga is identical to Rathian. 'Cause that hurts my brain, man. True? Stop this. Stop this nonsense. You know, M game, I would say GU, G rank is actually where the game is kind of good. Everything before that kind of sucks. But G rank and GU is actually, I think it's pretty fun. That's like one of the nicest things I'll say about GU. Low rank village is one of the worst things ever. It genuinely, like, makes replaying the game feel terrible every single time. High rank village is okay. Even the hub is kind of bad because, like, if you're rushing through it, they make you fight the same, like it's the game, like, people that never play it are like, wow, GU has such a big roster. Well, then why do you fight the same monsters in low rank village, low rank hub, and high rank hub? Like, why do they have so many repeats? You've got so many monsters in the game. And, like, they make you fight, the key quests are repeated all the time. Why? Doesn't make sense to me.
Y pensar que había un sitio así en las tierras destino. ¿Lo hemos puesto en guardia?
Yo, does the Kelby kind of save the handler there? Like, the handler would have just died. It's tough, Hobbs. Like, you kind of need a buddy. Or a couple buddies just to blast through some of the really annoying stuff till you get to G rank. If you're able to get through high rank hub, you don't really need to do low rank village that much. Nah, we're leaving, Leona. We're just gonna watch this.
Imposible. ¿Has sobrevivido?
Imposible. I mean, it's the same thing with Elatron. To advance the storyline, you just have to look at him. If they didn't put Baby in, you could have just never fought him.
Almirante.
¿Estás bien? He dado un rodeo al venir, pero parece
Dude, he's so cool. He just, like, lifted up a 1-ton boulder to protect her, and he's asking her if she's okay.
Compi, yo ayudo al almirante. Danos tiempo para escapar.
Es el grandullón es un raya. Y yo de ti no.
Goodbye.
Almirante, ¿estás bien?
Ah!
Ten cuidado, compi.
Oh, we flip over? Just turned 7? Nice.
Hola.
New overdrive bonus. 1 minute ad break. Can I run that? There you go. Imagine the controller DCing. I mean, I would have gotten to the keyboard, I hope. Oh, we're not going to be unlocking Fatalis tonight. We're going to be fighting him. Probably, unless I really have to crap my pants. But, like, we're pretty much there. I don't. It's fine. The ads run automatically anyway, Vuzi. I switched it to... I caved and I did 90-second breaks every 30 minutes. Which is not what I ever wanted to do. But from what I can tell in the analytics, people like it better. Max ads. You're only saying that because you got turbo. Which would actually benefit me the most, I guess. It's not what I wanted to do. I haven't ordered any couch sets or a recliner or anything. Oh, MGT, don't worry. If you get banned on YouTube, you won't know. YouTube does a shadow ban. So you don't know you're banned. It's really messed up. Like there's like a genuine psycho running YouTube. Like that's like a messed up thing to do, to ban someone and like not let them know, gaslight them. Which is why when I ban people on YouTube, I say their name out loud and I say very clearly, I am now banning you. It's the tiniest bit of mercy I give to someone as I ban them. Good luck on Fatalis tonight. Thank you. I will need to poop before I fight him. I don't know if they get my videos no longer recommended to them. From what I can tell, it's the opposite of Twitch. I think their entire experience is the same, except they can't see chat. Well, they can't. Their chat messages are hidden. Hey, you can pee if you want, man. I'm not into like pee denial or anything like that. Twitch is kind of messed up. You can't follow. You can't subscribe. You can't read chat. You can watch the stream. It's like the saddest thing possible, being banned in a stream and trying to watch it. I don't know if it revokes your current sub. I guess it might. I don't know. I mean, I think even if you don't like chatting, I think most people like being able to see chat. At least the option. But yeah, on YouTube, you just become a ghost. Oh, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's pretty easy to remake an account on YouTube. Just like it's easy to remake an account on Twitch, but you'd have to be a certain level of something to want to keep doing that. Nilwyn, thank you. We've never really had too much of a problem with people that have been banned that have alt accounts. We did have one guy, though. He was like, I want a good name for a Monster Hunter themed channel. And he named it Rathalos Watch. I'm not like calling the guy out too much. I don't know. But that's not what I would call my Monster Hunter channel. I hate Rathalos. Everyone I know hates Rathalos. I don't think I know anyone that likes Rathalos. I banned him? I didn't ban him for that reason. Warp Psycho, thank you. Capcom likes Rathalos. There's somebody in Capcom that likes Rathalos. But I wonder if you ask the Japanese player base, like, there's no way Rathalos clears, like, top 5, right? It would be, it's like Kezu, Zenogre. Like, Legiacris has got to be more popular than Rathalos, right? Devil Joe? Nergigante? Nah, like, Japan really likes Kezu. It's kind of weird. Fudu is his Japanese name. True. I can see somebody liking Tigrex. I just can't see anybody being like, Rathalos is my favorite monster. King of the skies! Rathion's fun to fight. I got no beef with Rathion. No, I mean, Rathalos armor is always cooking. There's no argument there. It's the only way they get people to fight him more than once. Make his armor really good. Dislike Rathion more than Rathalos? Everyone's entitled to their opinion. I've been saying that a lot lately, and you know what? It is true. Everyone's entitled to your opinion. I may not agree with it, but if you, for some reason, think Rathalos is a better fight than Rathion, I mean, I can't stop you. I can't, like, unless you've got Neuralink installed in your head and I know how to hack it, like, I can't, like, change your, like, brain chemistry to fix it. Although, if you want to be open to that, I think you might benefit if I did do that. I'm not a fan of Elon, but whatever's going on in there needs an examination. No, low-key, I would rather have Gyrototus in the game than Rathalos. Like, if they showed Monster Hunter Wilds, and rather than Rathalos flying across the plains, it was just like a Gyrototus, like, slithered onto the screen and shot mud at the camera, I would have been so happy. Nah, it's true. He's a fun fight. He's honest. He's all right. Lavaziov, not a good fight. The only reason you don't like Gyrototus is because he's ugly. He's like a little mudfish. But his actual fight, like, isn't bad. And they do some neat stuff with him in Riz. Lavaziov is better than Gyrototus? No way. In any game other than World? Sure. Is Barath popular? Barath has had his balls taken off. Barath no longer has balls. Unfortunately. They removed them. He used to be cool. But now his balls are gone. He had his moment in Monster Hunter Tri as the HR, the 2-star promotion quest, and like he's never had that high ever again. Like she's gonna be chasing that forever. Do I have null berries? No, I guess it doesn't really matter. You hate Radabon? Radabon is so much fun. I don't know. You guys, I don't like the way you guys cook. I'm leaving this picnic. I'm leaving this potluck. I'm taking my stewed beans and potatoes and I'm leaving. I'm picking up the crock pot, pulling out the plug, and I'm running away. I'm out. It's fine. I'll eat them by myself, alone. You guys can enjoy your people that say they don't like Radamon. You have your Lavazioth. I curse you to Lavazioth. Every time you go to the Guiding Lands, it's 3 Lavazioth. I mean, it's okay to like 2 monsters. Like, it's okay to like Radabon and Uragon. They're both great. Crystal Beard is a little strange. Crystal Beard is like the weird uncle. I think there's plenty of people that like Stygian over normals and Ogre. There's nothing wrong with that either. Can't say I love Counterfest, but this is what I have. I'm paying for someone's sins. Is the big change for Master Rank Uragon just that he shoots out more poop? Got more droplets? Cephadrome? Cephadrome holds the title for having the cutest sleeping animation. So I actually kind of like Cephadrome. Because it's cute when he's sleeping. He's like he's a big noodle. He embodies the hunting philosophy of Monster, too. You know, you're supposed to hunt a monster so you can fight another monster. Like, you know. The game's asking you, like, did you do your Velocidrome prep? Or your Cutku prep? If you didn't do your homework, it's going to be bad. Anyone remember Roll Roar guy? I remember that guy. I don't know how he's doing. I don't know if he still watches the stream sometimes. You know, the funny thing is, like, I don't even know if he knew how to roll roars. He was just telling me to do it. Streamer, why don't you roll the roar? I still think about Cold Res guy. Probably once a stream, I think about that guy. Just like first comment, Cold Res. Yeah, Rathalos, Barioth, and Diablos. Logiacris.
Hey,
¿Qué pasa, almirante?
I think Kangawala is a more enjoyable fight than Plesioth.
No, no sigas
Standing
nuestro-
weapons, good option for Fatalis. I think Frostfang is a better weapon. Unless you're MR100 and you want to upgrade your Stygian weapons all the way.
Almirante, ¿qué es lo que vamos a ver?
no
I
suelta
think cats look
prenda.
pretty real. Like if cats were humans, I think the cats look pretty realistic to me. Turnip. I'm convinced.
Hemos llegado.
Dude, that guy was roasting me. He was calling me a coward for not fighting Elatrion right away, and he couldn't even clear it himself. Son of a bitch.
¿Qué es este sitio?
Think I have more of a bias for YouTube chat? Only when Abdul's in the YouTube chat. I love him. And you know what? He loves you. Unconditionally. Gotta be pretty brave to say something like that.
Vaya descubrimiento has hecho, ¿eh?
He was working for, he had a test or something involving radioactive materials yesterday. I hope that turned out okay.
A ver qué es.
Hope he didn't get irradiated. I'd be nervous, man.
La
It's Abdul's
textura
job to go in and
es
polish the
como
demon core.
Es una especie de membrana. No, es pellejo. No es posible.
There was a Dr. House MD episode that was about that turnip. Goes Abdul, really? The guy that is on YouTube chat and he likes the content.
Tiene que haber mudado
And he
de
comes
pie
in every
muchas
day and
veces.
he says, streamer, I'm here. I love the stream and I love you.
Sí,
I'm okay with that. I'm all down with the positivity.
Tal como
That's great. I love that.
Se cuecen malas noticias.
Hay que convocar al consejo.
He's usually at the, he goes to gym. So first he works like a long shift. I think he works a third shift. And then he goes to the gym and then like at his peak exhaustion, he turns on the stream to watch me.
¡Vamos!
After having worked 8 to 12 hours and exercising, he turns on the stream. Am I depraved of someone telling you they love you? Is everything well at home, streamer? So if you need a good example of why you might get banned from a YouTube chat,
Eso era.
a baseless accusation like that is a good way of learning how you get banned in YouTube chat. Things are fine, man. Hung out with her all day today. How about you? How are things with you? Have you found yourself getting banned from a lot of chats recently?
¿Todo viento en popa?
And oh, now Twitch is, they're like rubbing their hands. They smell blood in the water.
Oye, tú.
Hope everything is fine for you too. Okay. Just gonna go ahead and put this guy in a, just give you 24 hours. You're lucky it's not longer. You're lucky Twitch doesn't, YouTube doesn't have longer than 24 hours. It's insane. It's like being like, man, it's nice to have some good comments. And somebody's like, wow, you must be really fucking miserable. How fucked up is your life? You can appreciate someone saying, hey man, like the content. Is this a rerun? Hold on a second. All right. No. It's not a rerun. You're welcome. You made the potato the other day. It was amazing, dude. It's a good recipe, man.
Put him in a fucking bench, Mike.
Daniel, thank you.
Just
Love you. Thank you, Cookie. I love you too. Yeah, investigations are kind of sick, aren't they? I was feeling like I had to crap my pants, but I think it's passing. Well, hold on. Not literally passing. I'm not literally pooping myself. But I don't feel like I have to do it anymore. What's the potato recipe again? Get 2 medium to large size potatoes, clean them, stab them, oil them up, hit them with a bunch of salt, microwave them for 7 minutes. Then you put them in the air fryer at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. 10 minutes on one side, flip them, 10 minutes on the other. I use olive oil. Hammer run is sooner than you think. Yeah, I gotta turn the potato into the command, don't I? At some point. Safi. We can keep dragging. We can keep dragging for this. You're so proud I ate real potatoes? I still have canned potatoes, and I'm still gonna use them. If I'm making a curry, I'm gonna use canned potatoes. Look, I don't, look, with all due respect, Dwarfo, coming from somebody that has to debate whether or not they should eat off the floor or eat off of a plate, I don't really want any food criticism from you ever again.
84 just resubscribed for 29 months.
All right, I'm sorry you did it to yourself, but I don't want to hear it from you ever again. Maybe in 5 years when you figure out how to use plates and maybe like cutlery. Do I have a VOD channel? Yeah, all the VODs are now streamed on YouTube. They're all here. They're all on YouTube now. We're on YouTube live right now. They were like, I want to eat this tin of prepared fish, and I don't want to dirty a plate, so I'm just going to eat it off the ground. But you know, I kind of respect it, because like, then you don't have to dirty a plate. Did I not? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't talk to the right person. I did this last time too. Do you need 2 PCs to stream to 2 platforms at the same time? Nope. You need an extension in OBS. And, I mean, good enough bandwidth and good enough graphics card and processor. The floor was implied, Dorfo. Don't you walk this back. Just own it.
Saludos.
Do I put potato chips on the plate? Sometimes.
Exacto. Pero por
Or a bowl?
no lo entiendo. Lo que vimos
No podemos.
Ciertamente, en cuanto ahora mismo...
If we get remasters in March, Pippinitis, if we actually get something for the Monster Hunter anniversary other than HD Vespoid Queen, I'm really thinking it's just going to be HD Vespoid Queen.
Entonces parece que está todo claro. Caza-
Like, I'm really feeling that in my bones. Because, like, with Dragon's Dogma coming out March 22nd, like, they got to get onto releasing something real soon if they don't want to, like, run into each other. I mean, the only reason to think of an HD port, Akiva, is the next main release is 2025. If we're lucky, could be 2026 if it gets delayed, which is possible. Unlikely, but possible. So that means it's going to be like 2.5 years without a Monster Hunter release. And I don't count now. You know, there was a project from Timmy that was supposed to come out, never came out. It's listed on the Wikipedia page. Dynamic hunting isn't. Explore isn't. I don't even know if online is. I don't know. I mean, the crossover product was like a 4060, which I'm sure will run Dragon's Dogma 2 and Wilds at 1080p 60, but I don't know why that's your flagship product. Like, why not a 4070? Maybe I'm just being bougie. I probably am.
todos. Id a los puestos de enganche.
Why not both? Why not two of them? Probably just being bougie. Aren't the 3U and 4U servers shutting down? Yes, they are. But I don't know that Capcom would necessarily have to do anything about it. You have a TikTok Gen Alpha brain rot attention span? I'm sorry to hear that. What does Generation Alpha think of millennials? You probably just think we're the same as boomers. I was watching a video last night that was just like somebody's rough analysis over the history of the different American generations. It was kind of fun. As like just trash YouTube entertainment. So it has to go alpha, beta, gamma. There could be a gamma generation. Everyone says millennials are sad, depressed generation. Do I sound sad and depressed to you? Don't answer that.
Cuando estés sobre ellas, quizá quede inmovilizado.
I don't even think they have it that bad now. Like, I feel so much worse for Zoomers and Gen Alpha. At least I was able to buy a house. At least my student loans are paid off. I don't know if the Zoomers or the Alpha will ever be able to do those things, have real ownership over anything. Outside of extreme luck. Millennials are sad depressed, Zoomers are manic depressed, and Alpha hasn't gotten their debilitating psychological illness yet? I like that. That's good. I've always liked the Zoomer humor.
Mucho cuidado. Dividir, no debería sacarlo y desgastarlo poco a poco.
Yeah, there's probably less mental health care for the millennials. Oh, come on, man.
Una oportunidad para escapar. No tienes alternativa.
Be born into a household with money so you don't have student loan problems? I think the real issue in the United States right now is it's not even the student loans. It's like, what can you even do with a normal-ass college degree?
El objetivo se está trasladando. Todos.
And I hate to say that because I think getting a college education is awesome. You learn a lot of things there
Dándose en busca de más energía.
that you would normally not learn in your day-to-day life.
Niveles inferiores encuentren más energía que absorber.
But getting like a practical trade skill now is way more valuable, I feel like.
Podríamos utilizarlas como escudo.
I don't think people are going to be in any sort of new plane of consciousness from the Neuralink. We are decades away from Neuralink being anything other than having the ability to like move a mouse cursor on a screen. I don't trust Elon at all with anything. The guy isn't even that good at designing door handles. How long until we get anal implants? I mean, I don't know if you've been like checked out for a while, but the realm of teledildonics has gotten pretty far. If that's something you're interested in. You know, I mean, you presumably could have, you know, at least in the short term, you know, some sort of a satisfying long-term relationship with somebody with sufficient teledildonics. Ask Fire Cannon if he's still in the chat. He knows people that got full body rigs for VR chat. Nah, Glaive doesn't get a real slinger burst. I hate this. When am I getting one? I got my glasses prescription today. So that means I can get my Quest 3 with the insert. We're gonna use this one, Gotmoose. Dude, Mortis doesn't even care, man. Mortis just went into it. They put some filter, Soka. They said just go ahead and put this filter on. I said fine. Why? What do you think? Is it a scam? Did I get scammed? I can barely tell the difference either, but it was a difference of like $10. And I said, fine, just put it on. I didn't want to argue with the lady. You know what I mean? I'm like, whatever. It's not worth it to me. Go not to Olo. We're so far away from Sword Art Online stuff. It's been like the preeminent VR company in the world, as far as I'm concerned, Meta / Facebook, has been in the front of all this technology. They still haven't figured out how to put legs on the little avatar. So I'm not crossing my fingers. They did on the Quest 3 recently, so now we finally have legs. Well, good. That makes me happy. I need to get ice on this insect glaive. Then we gotta fight a low-rank Legiana. Nothing. I'll just fight the normal one, I guess. Strange we didn't get a sack there. Wazen, I don't know why, but your comment makes me irrationally angry, and I just want to say, fuck you too, buddy. I hope you get flattened. Hope you get locked into a VR device where you've got a giantess constantly crushing you, and not in a good way. I was being sincere in my gladness it didn't happen this time. I'm going to turn this stream into a breakdown of how, like, basic social skills. Hey, streamer, remember when you fucked up last time? I'm glad to see you didn't fuck up. Are you going to fuck up soon? Asshole. Yeah, no, I didn't die. Thanks for reminding me when I did die. That's real YouTube chatter energy. Except for Abdul. That wasn't what I was intending? Oh, I'm sorry. On Reddit, usually people type /s. Want to take the name your hunter for the bowgun run? What do you want me to put it? You want me to put your name as the hunter, Blazor, so then I could clear it and you could send it to your friends and be like, look, Mew cleared. It's me, Mew. I cleared the run. But what if I did it though? What if I named myself Mew for the run? And you could send people the clip and be like, look, I killed Fatalis with heavy bowgun Carlos. I would let you do that. I give you permission. The game already acknowledges me as better than you. Honestly, true and base. It's true. Well, hey, didn't you cart there too, though? Didn't we cart the same amount? No? Okay. Well, you're right, then. You are better. Get the head, please. What is it not the head? What am I hitting? It's not the head. He's almost dead. He will be dead after this. I mean, I'm fine. I mean, I'm not mega sensitive to the Dragon's Dogma spoilers. I'm kind of in a different place anyways. No, we didn't get it. So we got to do it again. You saw a commercial for Suicide Squad? Oh, no. That game makes me depressed, man. I mean, I'm part of the problem. I didn't play enough of the older Batman games. Ask for a code. Should I check? Let me see if it's under the bounty board, dude. Let me see if anybody in the creator group has asked for a code. No. Nope. I'm not gonna be the guy. I'm not gonna be the guy in the line and start saying, hey, can I get a code for Suicide Squad? The game feels like a game that came out 4 years ago? I mean, a game that came out in 2018, 6 years ago, looks way better than it does. I feel bad. Like, I do feel bad for the people involved. Like, those are people, like, with jobs and careers and stuff. And then it's going to be like, you know, what did you do for the last 6 years? And they're like, I was, you know, lead director for the Suicide Squad, Justice League, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. And they're like, you gotta talk about it. You know, that same person will be like bitterly smashing out Twitter comments saying how, like, whatever, Monster Hunter or Elden Ring is a UI disaster. Because every single thing that exists is not available on screen in a HUD all the time. You know, that's fair. That's true. At least it came out. Yeah, that's a very positive way of looking at it. I love Will Arnett. Will Arnett was just like in the commercial. Capcom's it. I know you are 13, but just so you know, I have invested in stocks. Stocks are when you own a small percentage of a company. Or hey, I have invested in many stocks in Capcom. I believe Capcom will do well. We were teaching them about unions earlier. I'm not part of Capcom. I'm an owner of Capcom. You're welcome. Captain Capcom? There's a lot of jokes about Captain in Midnight Suns. A lot of Captain America jokes. Oh, he's getting paid, Buster? Happy for the guy. I still gotta finish Midnight Suns. I gotta try and finish it tonight. I want to be done with it before I start up Grand Blue. Say your investment in Capcom is emotionally influenced? The smartest thing I could do is just put all the money in the S&P 500. It makes zero logical sense to actually put money in Capcom. I get them for free? I get a lot of them for free by being a creamer. Name every Capcom. There's actually at least 2 stock tickers for Capcom. CCOEY and CCOEF. I'm invested in Capcom CCOEY. I have over 2,000 shares. Does celebrity help a game? I promise you Keanu Reeves in Cyberpunk got some people to check out the game. What's the difference? Well, CCOEY is the one you could buy in the US. I think CCOEF, you have to buy it in Japan. How do I know when Legiana is low on health? When it drops 2 pods, I know it's ready. No interest in Tekken? If I can play a fighting game, I'm probably going to play Street Fighter 6. Wait, how long did I have that many frost sacks? What the hell? Excuse me? PC port of Asura's Wrath. I think you should put many of your titles available to be purchased on as many platforms as you can. Because if people are scrolling a page and they just see games on sale, they just buy them. Like on PC, like you have more people buying games on PC just to have it sit in the Steam list forever and never play it than anywhere else. Did I practice this fight? Nah, I didn't. Probably should have. No, oh well. We'll see how it goes. You know, I've had people that have like audited my Steam collection and like called me out. They're like, your collection is worth too much money. And calling me like bougie. CCOEY? There's a website that tells you how many games you played. I don't want to do that. Hard Monster, why? I don't know. He's going to do ice damage, isn't he? I don't have anything better to put in there. I could put in like a single ice thing. I don't think I own any of the Truck Sim DLC. I want a New England American Truck Sim DLC so I can do the 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. drive from Boston to New York City. I just want to get stuck in Friday traffic, like completely gridlocked going over the GW bridge. I know I'm a sicko. The thing is like, I get a lot of keys that I then redeem that they're just given to me. Good luck on the run. Thanks.
144 just resubscribed for 19 months.
So like, I don't think it's really fair. For me to get audited like that. Are we cutting the tail? We should. We should cut the tail. The same bridge may get torn down. Are you saying the GW bridge might get torn down? It's insane how expensive that bridge is when there's like so many other bridges that are not that expensive. Oh, in Rhode Island, there's a bridge in Rhode Island that might get torn down. I see. Sam Porter bridges? You're going to invest $60 in Capcom, then when Wilds comes out, you're going to take the money out and buy the Super Duper Ultimate Legendary Platinum Edition of Wilds. Don't do that. At a certain dollar amount, doesn't make sense to invest in shares because like you're paying so much money in transaction fees. I did craft an ancient potion for the first time, yeah. I think we're good there.
Qué alegría verte.
Wow, you've played over half of your Steam library, Akiva? That's amazing. Stop sandbagging? I'm not sandbagging. I'm making sure I don't have any mistakes. Do I have to play the clip from The Wire? How you're never going to be a little bit too slow, a little bit too late? You know, it is fair, because like when you think about how greedy people are nowadays, at least it's like, well, okay, that's not true anymore. We don't have child labor, but didn't they repeal a bunch of labor laws to make children work? I think that actually did happen. Oops. Never mind. I take it back. Now, one thing we could try and make is the shaver deco. That might make life slightly easier. Florida's pushing for a 30-hour work week for children. We're so screwed over, man. It's so bad. We're so cooked. Idaho farms my potatoes full of child labor. Excuse me, I get my potatoes from Maine. I'm not saying Maine doesn't have child labor, but for some reason in my mind, I think it's possibly more ethical than Idaho potatoes. I mean, this looks like everything I need. You have less child labor in Maine? Oh, so be happy that I'm buying my potatoes from your state. We have 3 points of ice attack. I've got 55 element. And we've got an ice bug. We're good. I would like to keep that defender. Carver wouldn't be bad either. Should get Shaver. I don't have any level 3 slots though. Why is my element so low? I'm using a mod. I don't think I really need it. I really don't think I need it. I don't think I need Shaver. Because like all that's really important. Because like I've got extra affinity, right? Like we're going to be at 60% affinity when Agitator's up. The head barely gets any value. And I just have to tenderize the arms, and I've got Tool Expert 3 and Temporal Mantle. You're not listening. Listen to the streamer! I'm sorry for yelling. I mean, it's stressful. Every once in a while, I get a wave of burning in my bowels as, like, the curry reminds me it's still in there.
Bien hecho.
¿Cómo?
En efecto, cada vez que y aunque no hemos podido.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm sorry.
Puede que esta hipótesis incluso puede que sea capaz.
Do the loud fart. Do the bass boosted.
Si piensas que esta es, puede que esta.
A ese si dejamos.
Puede que haya.
Y allí les bien todos, ya sabéis lo que tenéis que hacer. Al trabajo.
Nice. I'm not. It's not a bit. You apologize? Okay. Well, we can agree to forgive each other. When's election? Oh my God. Brother, I just spent like 15 minutes putting together an ice bug, putting ice attack on my thing, and we discussed getting Shaver for the monster. This has to be a bit. This is the same guy who earlier in the stream, hold up. Let me show you what we were all looking at earlier. We were all looking at this. And he's like, streamer, what are we doing?
Put him in a fucking bench.
What are we watching? And it's like, brother, man, like there's only like so much I can do, dude. Like, I'm throwing the lifesavers into the ocean and you're just like, you're not grabbing them. You take a bite out of him and then you like dive underwater deeper. I'm trying to grab you by the ankle and you're like, don't touch me. You're trying to grab onto the coral reef or something. Did I beat Zeno yet? Brother, we're in Celiana! You don't know what you're looking at on the screen? You don't recognize the PlayStation logo that says State Play?
He venido tan rápido como he podido. Son los tenemos que.
I'm closing the chat. All right, you guys, I'm minimizing you. I'm not going to be looking at you. You're done. You're all on timeout.
¿Vas a contarnos qué está pasando?
And I'm muting the audio redeems as well.
Espero que estéis a punto. Un alatreon. ¿Cómo?
¿Alatreon?
Sinceramente se le consta.
I'm done.
Alatreon. Todo lo que al parecer.
¿Con la controlar? ¿Hay alguna?
No, nada.
¿Qué?
No.
I can only handle so much. No, I'm going to leave YouTube chat up. That's what I'm going to do. There you go. YouTube chat, you're up now. How does that feel?
Entendido.
Where's Abdul when I need him?
Es asombroso. ¿Cómo podrá controlar todos los elementos ese monstruo? Oh, vaya.
We finally won something?
Bien, cazadores.
They're in timeout right now. I timed out everyone. Chat's having a gang fight with that one guy right now. Beating him up. Screwed it up for everyone, man!
Te he estado esperando.
It's technically an optional quest. But it's entertaining to do it, so.
Bienvenido.
Isn't group punishment a war crime? When has that ever stopped the United States? Oh! The bombings are not effective, but they will continue. I can't, like, what do other countries even think of that? When they read that, when they see that clip of our president saying that, that just must be like one of the worst things that you could ever say in any context. The bombings are not working, but they're going to continue. At least commit to the bit, being like, oh, we feel like our stance of aggression is giving us the upper hand in this, in our peace talks, whatever the hell that would mean. It's like, nah, bombs aren't doing anything. It's only further radicalizing people in the country and creating a greater insurgency. But hey, the military-industrial complex is loving it. So we got that going for us. All right, for real though, I'm putting you guys in timeout too. I'm putting everyone in. I gotta focus on this. It would suck to lose with Insect Glaive here. That would feel really bad.
¿Ese es Salaceon? Debe tener un poder. Si no logramos contenerlo, podría ser nuestro final.
Creemos que las armas elementales podrían servir para parar los poderes del Alacreón.
Entonces las armas no elementales no servirán. ¿Lo habéis oído?
I'd like to get triple up, I think. Yeah, that's good. This works. Wow, that was fast. Good RNG this time. I don't want to say for once, but that's really good RNG. Ooh!
¿Está pasando algo? ¿Está cambiando de elemento?
We still might get a second topple at some point.
¿Los cuernos le dan control sobre los elementos?
¡Rápido! ¡Rómpele los cuernos! ¡Eso te dará ventaja!
I felt like that wasn't a very long fire phase.
que su estado no se activa. Diría que te ha afectado la plaga de dragón. Ahora parece que no puede entrar en un ciclo de hielo.
That wasn't my favorite phase 1, but that could have been a lot worse, I guess.
El Alatreon está cambiando de elemento.
Oh, I could have wallbanged him. Oh well. It's fine.
Estás consiguiendo contener el poder del Alatreon. El Alatreon está cambiando de elemento.
No. I whip. Dude, no way he's already flying it. You were just flying! Very grateful we're playing Insect Glaive right now. This would be tough on Hammer.
Tiene un cuerno roto. Ahora parece que no puede entrar en un ciclo de viento.
Guy looked like he had to use the bathroom real bad. He ran so fast.
Para tus objetos curativos.
El alacreón está cambiando de elemento. Estás consiguiendo contener el poder del alacreón.
Now he's gonna fly. No, he's not. The one bit of mercy he's shown. He actually didn't get a flying phase that time.
El alacreón está cambiando de elemento.
This guy is like, he really wants the bug fight. I don't know what to say. He's just fighting my bug. I'm a little nervous. This is concerning. I should have the damage. I don't know why. I don't know why he hasn't died sooner.
El Alatreon está cambiando de elemento. El hielo no tiene ningún efecto. No sirve para parar el poder del Alatreon.
Estudia el monstruo y descubre qué elemento puede afectar.
Oh, I'm so scared right now. Oh, thank God! Oh, thank God! Oh!
Tenemos que informar al gremio inmediatamente.
Is timeout considered a cart? Oh, timing out does not happen on Eladrion. Timeout is not a concern. Am I gonna grind the insect glaive? We don't need to grind the insect glaive. If anything, I would want the arms. We're not gonna get enough horns to make the weapon. And I don't even know if I'd want it anyways. I want spirit and strength boost. We actually got the tails for the arms. Well, all right. That's great. The arms are amazing. What are my skills set up for this fight? Don't you copy this, Mark Chang. Don't you copy this and tell anyone you saw it here. This guy's gonna be like fucking like rolling into his Discord. He's like, check this out, bitches. I got Ice Attack 3 and Crit Boost 1. Oh, we need the wings. We could make the legs. Good luck. Thanks. And thank you. We can make the legs. We could safely make the legs. We can get parts from Baby Elatrion. Let's see what the event Elatrion is. That was scary. How many hours do I have in this game? I don't know, man. Too many. What does Steam say? Steam says 2,500. I probably have about the same. It's probably 5,000 if you count consoles. It's probably around 5,000. You know, give or take. I don't know. I mean, a lot of it was Xbox because that's what I did my speedruns on. But are my hours on Riz? If it's over 1,000, it's going to suck. I don't even have it in... Do I even have it installed? 1,000 hours in Rise. Too many. Was that story Elatrion? No, that was real Elatrion, man. Plus switch. Don't you say plus. Don't you plus switch me. Don't you ever plus switch me ever again. Ah.
Espero que sí.
Tienes mucha... Bueno, todos vamos a terminar todo esto. Una vez más, un trabajo excelente.
Ah. Elatrion is the only monster that gives me any genuine worry because, like, you could just die. You just be like, I'm dead now. I died. What's the timeout for Elatrion? He nukes your face because you didn't get an elemental topple? Nope, we got the ice one. Well... I mean, if I had a firebug... Could I just get the topple with a firebug? I don't think we're gonna do it. We got to fight the baby anyways. I don't want to do it, man. It doesn't feel good.
Estamos todos. Hoy tenemos
¿Otra vez?
Ya,
a decir, pero si no nos ya hemos...
¿Qué está pasando?
Primero...
Tanto el nuevo, esperemos.
Sí.
Bien, y...
Es verdad. Ni idea.
Pues,
This is without Frostcraft or Crit Element. I gotta tell you, Crit Element really helps a lot. We might get wings from the baby. I mean, he might be able to just drop the wings as a reward. Crit element. You think that's cope? There's a reason I'm the streamer and you're not. Okay, buddy. Crit element is like insanely helpful. Especially Frostcraft with your crit element. Oh my god, it's so much better. I was toppling easier with Frostcraft, Switch Axe, and Greatsword, I feel like, than Insect Glaive. I'm the streamer. I am, man. It's huge. It's like delusional. I don't want anyone reading that comment and being like, haha, dumb streamer. Uh-huh. Look at that dummy. He thinks crit element is good on Elatrion. It's actually huge, dude. If you're struggling with Elatrion, just go Frostcraft. You know? You don't want to read that comment and get it wrong. That one guy in chat stun locks you. Actos, thank you. No, Namiel boost isn't... It's nowhere near as good as crit element. Put it to you that way. The only time the Namiel set bonus is even remotely okay is if you're trying to do some sort of build with free element, but without free element. I don't know. I mean, Silverlos obviously is good, but Frostcraft gives you more damage. Which one has better slots and skills? Velkhana sucks, but I mean, it's just like Frostcraft is so good. It's just good. I don't know what else to say. What do I got to do to convince you? I guess nothing. That's not my problem. You don't want to believe me, then just don't do it. I don't care. I'll live my own life. Pay you $100. I don't care, man. You can live in the cave the rest of your life. It's got nothing to do with me. Can I do a mathematical analysis of the damage gained from Frostcraft? Right here. What do you want to know? This is a courtesy of Albino Donkey. Thank you, Albino Donkey. I love you. It's between 25 and 30% more damage. What is this? What is this comment? Switch axe? Well, what does that mean? Like, what do you want to know? Switch axe question mark? What does that mixture of ingredients do? Gave me groomer and acrobat. What if can I get a link to that spreadsheet? You can take a screenshot.
Ya toca una nueva misión, ¿eh?
Do I think rage gaming is giving people Gen Alpha, TikTok, brain rot attention span? I think he's intentionally or no found himself in that market. So, what do you want me to say? I don't think he can inflict it on you. I don't think he's got like an eldritch power. He can just like brain rot people intentionally or accidentally. But I think, you know, he's got a certain skill set that works pretty well with that. So, and that's fine. You know, I mean, look, if that's, you know, if you like the content, I mean, it's free, right? This is free too. I mean, you don't have to pay anything to watch this. Might have to watch some ads. That's, you know, not the end of the world, I guess. Is it bad if you hope for me and Rage Gaping to be invited to the Capcom Wilds preview at the same time? I will not get invited. He is way more likely to get invited than I would. He is at least 10 times more likely to get an invite than me. So I gotta do all my homework on the monster. I was about to lose my mind. Because I thought he just flew. He's already in rage. Oh my god. Please, bug. What's going on, Harlock? I feel like I've done 0 damage to him. All right, we got the head break. Okay, we're not we're not toasted. Now he did work. He did really good work, actually. I'm gonna send him at the wings a bunch, and you never know, we might get the wing break. This is dumb. Worked out, kind of. Whoa, God, I must look so... Do I look cool at all? You can say yes. You can lie even if... even if you don't think so. Oh no! Honestly, I should save Baby Elatrion to farm for parts. That would be a smart thing to do. No! No! This would be the worst way to die! No! Man, I'm really blue balling you guys, huh? Oops. Am I leaving now? We can play a little bit longer. Although I would want to make a new thumbnail.
Hermanas y hermanos de la quinta flota. Es la hora.
So I don't know how to do. Hold on.
Son lo mío. Así que voy a ser breve. Al abordar este buque, no habrá vuelta
Give me a
atrás.
second.
Cuando volváis a pisar tierra firme, estaréis en el nuevo mundo. Si a alguien le asaltan las dudas, puede dar media vuelta y marcharse en paz.
I'm really stretching out the
Os
content.
deseo un buen viaje
Bull butter,
y
thank
que la
you.
estrella azul
Ah! Two hits was all it took. All right, YouTube, I'm about to end your stream, but then I'll be immediately back with a new stream. So get ready for that. Goodbye, YouTube. I'm murdering you. Rolled into it? I know. I wasn't sure where to stand.